The essential skill that nobody teaches. Well, it's not pattern recognition and it's not timing. It's confidence under pressure, the ability to execute your system when it says go. Now, I had the system, I had the knowledge, and I was calm, but I still hesitated. Self-doubt crept in every trade. That's when I learned knowledge plus validated practice equals confidence. So today, I'm going to show you how to get the daily reps to close the gap and get that confidence and calm trading aspect. The last video, we looked at dialing down 1,500 daily chart analysis into 30, and that improved my system significantly, freed up my time, and decreased my stress. I was now trading calmly, but I wasn't confident in the execution. The system had the accumulated knowledge. I knew my edge. It was so well defined. It was a completely calculated system. The risk management was really dialed in. And I'm calm because I know I have faith in the system, but there's something missing. I'm not quite there. Just like this bridge, it is so close, but it's not operational. It's not where it should be. So here's the problem that I'm tackling at this stage. I've got self-doubt. Everything is prepared, but I'm hesitating to pull that trigger and execute the trade. Sometimes when I'm in it, sometimes when I'm out of it. I might be in the trade and adjusting my stop too much or not enough. There's a lack of confidence in my system to really set through and stick to it. I'd have that uneasy feeling. Once the trades were entered, I wasn't quite sure. It's like looking over your shoulder. You're constantly thinking someone's there and you're doing the wrong thing. Not a great place to be, and that's not where the best trades come from. Then I'd be concerned with the overnight movements. I'd entered my trades, I knew my system, but I felt like I was exposed excessively to whatever was happening in the international markets, and I'd wake up in the morning and suddenly study it without just having faith in my system. The hardest part out of all of this, though, it was actually being unclear of how to resolve this discomfort. I didn't have the confidence and I didn't know what to do. I was holding back in some way and I didn't know which threshold to push through, what to learn, how to approach, and how to improve with it. That's a really hard part of trading. Now, the truth of trading is that every single trade is different. None are the same. Just like the waves here at Snapper Rocks, beautiful waves, great opportunity, but you can take a look. Every single one of these traders has a different skill, but even if you had the same skill, you need to trade every wave differently. Just like we need to trade every setup slightly differently. So how good is it if we have the perfect setup, but we don't have the confidence to execute the plan that we've set in place? Well, then we just set ourselves up for failure or a really mediocre outcome at best. So how do we take the next steps and find improvement? For me, it actually came about in an odd way. I was not expecting it. I took a trader's personality test and it came out and really highlighted my flaws. We all have flaws. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But it came out and said I'm over analytical. And yes, I learned from day trading that it wasn't my setup. I wasn't comfortable with it and I wasn't getting the best returns from it. It didn't fit my personality. So be it. And over analytical and over conservative just reinforce that. Fine, I don't want to be a day trader. That's okay. So what was it that I would see in the markets and how could I trade that? How could I use that to learn to be a better trader? Well, it identified that there was an opportunity here. If my weakness showed that I was not right for day trading, then maybe that weakness could be better applied somewhere else. And that's where the hidden strength concepts come through. In this report, in this personality test, it did say that I had a higher probability of a strong win rate. So I was more conservative, okay? But I also had a higher expected return per trade. So my win-loss ratio was improved and I had better expected outcome. So if I'm to deploy capital to the market, I'm going to have a higher return than most of the other traders that took the test at the same time. I just need to have the confidence to do it. And that's where I need to not fall over myself. So that's where I then move my weakness, no day trading, slow to act, and I'm plagued with self-doubt. These flaws that are holding back my trading, I take them as my kryptonite and then I turn them into my strength. So I need to play to my strengths. How do I find these weaknesses and turn my trading system to move them into a superpower, something that I can use to better my trading? Now, that's a hard part. That's a hard task. But at least I had the question and the focus to start with, that personality test to help me identify it. So to leverage, well, I had to use this over analytical and make it a power. I had to be fueled by the self-doubt. Because it was a problem and I wasn't going to escape it, and really no matter what I did, I don't think I was going to leave self-doubt behind. It was with me and it was a part of my personality. And then I had to capitalize on my conservative nature. So I had to intertwine these three aspects into my trading if I was going to have a real hope of getting better returns and taking my trading to the next level. So how do I put this into practice? Well, there's a great story of two Native Americans, grandfather and grandson. The grandson's asking, are people good or bad? And the grandfather reflects on it and says, we have two wolves in each of us. We have a good wolf and a bad wolf. And they're always in combat. They're always fighting. The grandson asks, well, how do you know which one wins? The grandfather replies, the one that you feed. So we take out of that lesson that we should really be feeding the good wolf. But for me, this bad wolf, for whatever reason, was consistently being fed and I couldn't get rid of it. I wasn't going to die of starvation because somehow it was ingrained in my personality. So what I had to do is I had to feed the bad wolf something that turned it into a superpower for me, something that turned it into a line with my strengths. Somehow this bad wolf had to help me get my outcome. So I had to feed the bad wolf data. I had to feed it the right data. And now I have two cooperative wolves working for my outcome. So now I take the concept of the wolves and understand I need to feed the bad wolf the right amount of data so that I have the two wolves working in concert together to help me improve my trading. Bit of an extended concept there, but what data do I need? And this is reflecting on my personality. I know what feeds my strengths, my confidence, and my passion. What do I need to study? Well, then we take Bruce Lee's insight here. Now, so Bruce Lee says, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That tells me that constant repetition builds unconscious competence. I need the unconscious competence because I have self-doubt, because I don't have the confidence to see my solid plan and system through. And this is where most traders get stuck. This is where I was stuck, and it's possibly where most traders watching this video are stuck right now. The stages that we've been through, well, excessive ignorance. And I started there and read lots of books, and it's a very long journey. Hopefully these videos have accelerated most people through that. Labored application of process. Okay, I'm getting to conscious competence. I understand my system now. I understand my strengths, my weaknesses. I understand my edge, and I understand when I should be applying myself. I also know how many hours I should be applying each day when the market conditions are varying over time. The problem becomes the unconscious competence. My lack of confidence to see it through. The looking over my shoulder and the self-doubt that plagues me consistently. I need to climb that final step of the mountain to get to where improving my trading really lies. So here I'm combating. I need to dig up more data. I've already read dozens and dozens of books. So it's not more books, it's not more courses, it's not new concepts, and it's not what I need to develop the next steps. If I look in the excellent studies, then I understand it's deliberate practice. I need validated repetitions, and they're the confirmed solution. If it works for Arnold Schwarzenegger growing his muscles, I need to do the same thing with my brain. I need to strengthen myself so I have the confidence to look at a chart and approach it like Arnold does with those weights. So if that is the case, then I need to have deliberate practice on my charts, my setups, and my studies. Not new studies, more of the right study, the deliberate practice. Practicing a piano, violin, whatever it might be, lifting weights, it's the same concept. I need to build that competence. So I need skills enhancement for the very specific skills that I'm focused on. Well, if I learn from Neo in the Matrix, I'd love to just be injected with those skills. It's not going to happen for anyone watching this video as far as I know. So then we know validated repetitions are that confirmed solution. Deliberate practice. Academic studies tell us that this develops what's called myelin in the brain. This is where intuition comes from. It's the unconscious confidence. It's the knowledge that as soon as I see something, it's the instinctive response. Well, that's a good chart. And that's what we do every Friday with Gary Glover. We're looking at the market leaders and we're identifying those charts. We're both getting gut reactions. Members are getting the list on the Thursdays so they can run through it and identify the marked up charts and get their own gut reactions and then the response in our videos. So I need to be doing more of that. This is where the daily repetitions come in. And this is how I improved it. I found a whole set of quizzes. I found trader setups where they would show setups and then I had to look at them, mark up the charts, do all of my changes, and then go and check the answers later. I enjoyed this so much and it helped my trading to such a degree that I ended up creating quizzes myself and sharing them with members and followers in this sort of format. So what happens is we share a chart. Here's where it currently shows. Would you buy, sell, or avoid this stock? Mark up your chart and put your answers through. These are the daily repetitions that we need to be doing to really hone these skills. When the market's strong, when the market's not, we still need to be studying the market leaders. Then we reflect on the answers. Everyone's going to have a slightly different answer and we can learn from those different answers. The ones that we learn from the most are the marked up charts that we put our efforts into. We exposed ourselves, put our thoughts out there, and then check the answer. Just like a spelling test back in primary school. Now there's a fast start to do this. There's an easier way. I've already done all those charts. I've put them all through. Gary Glover and I do this every single week and have done for years. There's a whole playlist and we've created the Charting Eye gym for momentum traders. Go through them. There's a chart in every single one of these videos and it's analyzed and broken down and it's a perfect example to study because it is a market leader. We've already created those lists and we share them with members every single day. The top 10 and every week, the top 30 momentum companies. Then we start talking about them when we've done the marked up charts. These are there to help strengthen that visual component, to have the confidence. It's the myelin that we're building in our brains. But then once more, if we actually want to simplify this and not just actually watch a video, but if you want to do the homework yourself, well, there's the top 30 leaders every single week that we're going through. They are there to be studied. We know they are the market leaders. Then there's the members chart request videos. So they get this 30/30 list and they send through, hey, can you have a look at these charts, please? I'd love to see your marked up thoughts on it. Then we do that every single week and the members get access to it. And then if they want more homework, more reps, more strengthening, then look at the top 10 charts every single day. On the dates here, goes back for over a year. Find all of the top 10 charts every single day on the market. Study those market leaders. That is the way to build that myelin, to build the strength and to build the trading confidence. So how does this work in practice? Well, we have the knowledge, we've studied that, we've got the setups. We have the validated practice of continuously going through the charting iGym, and that creates the trading confidence to execute the system and not second guess ourselves. That stops the rookie errors coming through. The way to do it, it's really in small chunks. We can do 3 to 5 minute reps. That's what I did every single day at 10 past 11. Every day I would do those reps until I really was comfortable with my trading and had the confidence to see through my system. It works for beginners to advanced traders. They all trade the same charts. We should all be trading the market momentum leaders. This is not advice. This is a momentum trading education video. Strong skills, faster reactions, that's what comes out of it. The more we do this, the better we get at it. Think about soccer practice or at the gym. So the way forward, well, we think about the gym, we think of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't get these muscles by looking at the weights. He got them by lifting the weights. So your muscles need you to lift the barbell. For the charting iGym, that means doing the reps, looking at the charts. So here are the rules to understand and get the best out of the charting iGym, accelerate that knowledge and improve trading confidence. First rule is there is no cheating. There's only improving. All the time in the gym is improving. Just like lifting weights, you only get out what you put in. You don't lift the weights, you're not going to get the results. As many reps as you can. The great news is you're not going to get injuries. See the chart, get a gut reaction. Spend 15 seconds looking at the chart, pause, screenshot it, mark it up, and then go and check your answers straight away. If you want to join and get access to the gym, this video here should have right next to the subscribe button, a join button. Join in there. We'll see you in the members charting iGym and hopefully accelerate that learning curve so that you're building the myelin, the fatty tissue, which then results in trading confidence.